Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we're back with another banging video with some discovery on Tony Buzbee. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, the allegations against Tony Buzbee, I can't verify if it's entirely correct, but I can tell you that that champagne flute in the face with a chipped tooth, it is factual. And I have a theory that I'm going to share with you guys. But before I get into this theory, I want to get into the details of the lawsuit that has been filed against Tony Buzbee. Now, in case you're not aware, Tony Buzbee's former client and lover has filed a lawsuit against him. She is going by the name Jane Doe. Jane Doe is saying that Tony Buzbee, she met him online through messaging. They met up for dinner. They saw a show. He rented a 5-star hotel room. They had a little bit of moments. And 24 hours after, she had pain in her groin. She went to the doctor. The doctor told her she had an STI. She said that she called Tony Buzbee to tell him the news, and he wasn't, he wasn't shaken or anything. So she realized at that point that he was aware that he had an STI. Now, she also shared that they were at a bar. Tony Buzbee pushed a champagne flute in her face and it chipped her tooth. She has dental records for that. Now, also, it seems as though she had filed a report at the time the incident took place, because it says a report was filed. Now, I believe that this is how Rock Nation got jayz on this. Sorry, let me back up. I believe this is how jayz's Rock Nation got Tony Buzbee on this lawsuit. I do believe the lawsuit was orchestrated by Rock Nation, allegedly. I do believe so. But I also now believe that they're working with the police department of Houston. Let me explain why I believe they're working with the police department of Houston, because I told you guys that, and I have to say this as many times as possible because it is just one of the main piece of evidence that we can use, or one of the main piece of connection that we can use. Beyonce's $100,000 donation to Houston School of Law. Make no mistakes. She has numerous charities, events in Houston. She has donated time and time again. But what, signaled us to something was cooking is the fact that when the lawsuit was amended on December 8th to reflect jayz, on December 9th, which was the Monday, a report came out saying that Beyonce donated $100,000 to the Houston School of Law, Tony Buzbee's alma mater. And I did a video saying that they're claiming territory over Tony Buzbee and they're cooking up God knows what else. Now, this is what they were cooking up. They were cooking up taking down Tony Buzbee, because the alleged accuser who is filing Tony Buzbee says TMZ is saying that, TMZ broke the story. According to a complaint the woman filed last month, Buzbee flew into a fit of rage and pushed a champagne flute into her face while they were at a bar during one of their New York City trips, right? So she's saying that she had to seek both medical and dental attention, and she has both medical and dental records to prove that she suffered injuries as well as chipped tooth, which means that Tony Buzbee was in fact violent and aggressive, because TMZ is saying the record is there. She actually filed the report last month. So I believe that they have police that they're working with, and because it's easier to go through the police than to try and find people. When you go to the police department and you call up a friend to call in a favor, hey, it's Rock Nation. Yo, G, what's going on? What's going on? And he's going to be like, listen, we want a favor. I don't think they did a call on the phone. I think they did a meeting at a bar or a restaurant or something, because people are really crafty these days. And I believe that Jay-Z and his people allegedly say, look at here, we need every report on Tony Buzbee. And they're searching. So because this is so fresh, last month, they're like, okay, here is Jane Doe. Let's call her Susie in this case. So the police department, I believe, allegedly, where she filed that report, referred Lil Miss Suzie to Rocknation. Someone from Rocknation, no one that they can connect so easily, went out to see Lil Miss Suzie and say, hey, Lil Miss Suzie, we heard this happen and we have a deal for you. Listen, you're going to sue Tony Buzbee. $10,000. If he countersues, don't worry, we got you. We'll take care of you. You're going to sue him because we find this police record and I'm sure you need justice. And you've got Rock Nation behind you. So listen, if someone abused you and someone steps forward and say, hey, you have someone like a giant, like Rock Nation behind you, wouldn't you want to get that good legal vengeance if you were Susie? I know like hell I would. JC's behind me. Oh, I'm dancing home. $10,000. Yeah, I'm going to get him. You thought you were big. You thought you were bad. You thought you were mighty. You beat me up. You chipped my tooth. You know, STD and all. Yeah, I'm going to take revenge. I've got Rock Nation behind me. So Lil Miss Suzie went ahead and she filed her lawsuit. Tony Buzbee knows that there's truth in this lawsuit. And he knows this truth has been recorded by the police department. But he knows that it's not going to be so easy for us to find it. And he still knows that people are on his side. He also knows that Jay-Z and Rock Nation, they have good money, and he still wants some of that money. So here's what Tony Buzbee is saying in his response, right? Buzbee tells TMZ her lawsuit is a criminal conspiracy to discredit and intimidate me from pursuing claims in the Diddy litigation. Why is he saying it's a conspiracy? He's saying it's a conspiracy because he knows Rock Nation is behind it, allegedly. But he knows he cannot just say Rock Nation because he has them in court and he has to be able to prove it because he knows at this point Rock Nation ain't playing checkers. They're certainly playing chess. And he has to be very careful of the move that he makes. So he's telling TMZ it's a conspiracy because that's what a conspiracy is, to discredit him. And he calls the suit false, frivolous, laughable, ridiculous, and it will be dismissed along like other suits. He says he has reported the lawyer who filed the latest suit to the relevant legal authorities and will be taking legal actions against him and his client. Let's pause right there, because how are you going to take legal actions against a woman who has a police report filed against you? How are you going to take legal actions against a woman that has a medical report and a dental record about what you did to her? Not only that, how is it that you have reported a lawyer for filing a lawsuit against you that you claim to be frivolous when you did the same to Jay-Z? Because you admitted that there are in fact inconsistencies in the lawsuit you filed against Jay-Z. So why is it that you are practicing double standards? Normally, when a con man gets caught in his trap, this is what he does. The narcissist game, the victim game, typical narcissist move. Oh, I'm innocent. And I'm going to get you because how dare you come after me? And I've even ensured that I've taken action against that attorney when you yourself as an attorney did the same thing to someone else. So no one should come after you when you do something wrong. You filed a lawsuit in a courtroom that you're not bar to practice. So that's A. B. You made false claims against someone without doing the necessary legwork, and you claim you did the legwork. And the internet was able to come up with more discovery than your entire legal team. We're not the experts. You and your legal team are. So it goes to show that Tony Buzbee, he has been really, really good at putting on a persona, which many people believe that he's a good guy. He's good. Ain't nothing bad about him. Ain't nothing flaky about him. But there's one thing I can tell you about the people like Tony Buzbee. When you have discerning spirit, that flakiness is the first thing you'll see on the horizon coming. I told y'all, Tony Buzbee is as flaky as hell. And as time passes, I believe that you guys are going to see it. Now, however, saying that to say this, it does not mean because he's flaky, he should not represent a client beyond reasonable doubt. Does mean that he shouldn't take the case. No, I'm also saying not because he's flaky. It doesn't mean that if he sees an opportunity to sue jayz, he shouldn't take it because it's just business. And jayz would have done the same because in jayz's eyes, it's just business. So I'm just saying, he's not as innocent as he's portraying himself to be. Neither is jayz. I told you guys that I did believe the claims that he made against jayz, and I told you that jayz was cooking up something. But now, here's the something jayz has been cooking up. Lil Miss Suzie, aka Miss Jane Doe. She has a record, a police report, from what I'm understanding from this report from TMZ. So it means that if she has that report a month ago, it means that she went to that station with maybe a busted lip, because if the tooth was cracked or if the tooth was chipped, it means that Little Miss Suzie had a busted lip. And she went to the station and she filed a report against Mr. Buzbee, which means that he's guilty. Maybe not in all the claims, but at least one of those claims. So that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. I do hope it makes sense to you all. Let me know what are your thoughts. Give this video a big thumbs up. Share, stay safe, and see you guys later. Peace.